They had taken about 5 ATM cards, my own, my husband's, my son, and the 2 officers. We came with the driver and the other officer. They did not have a vehicle, so they asked us to drive them away so that they could go and withdraw the money. But we didn't reach the ATMs with them. We went, reached Lenana, and they diverted on the left into a dusty road, drove for about half a kilometer, stopped, and they told us to switch off the lights of the car. We did. Very cooperative. Then another vehicle came. I could feel a vehicle coming. And then they got out. One of them got out and said, we're going to give these cards to these other guys in this vehicle. They'll go and withdraw. In the meantime, we'll take you back to your house. And as we left 2 of them were armed with, actually one and another one who were left guarding my other family members were, at gunpoint. Another one came with us, was also armed. So we came back and they said, if you've given us the wrong PIN numbers, we'll kill you. We don't have time for jokes, but if you have given us the correct number and we get money, we'll release you. You are being very cooperative. So we came back, the others went, and all we could hear is that, you guys, they were also using very abusive language among themselves, very vulgar. And they're like, why are you taking so long? If you are withdrawn from this one, why don't you move to the next one? And, this is the wrong number. And they kept on saying, and my husband kept on telling them, I've given you the correct number. And he would tell them, I told you 68, they'll say 66. He says, but I'm telling you 68, they say 16 a seater. That kind of a confusion. Eventually he said, calm down, take the number, tell him, is he at the machine? Let him put this number. And I think eventually they withdrew money. So they kept on. And, that time we've come back, but their colleagues are busy withdrawing money. And I think they were waiting for midnight so that they could also withdraw probably, the following day or whatever. Because I know they withdrew money from my account yesterday in the evening, and the bank has told me they also withdrew money this morning. So I think when they were now done, their complaint was that we didn't have as much money as they wanted, and they didn't get much, so they started now removing the electronics, the TV, the music system, the phones, the laptops, the everything. And I think because my laptop was still in the car, the one who was on the gate came and picked it. Because when we eventually got out with the things that they had stolen, we found him holding my laptop. And he just put it together with the other things. Since they didn't have a vehicle and they had the luggage that had been stolen, they requested us to go with them, with their cars. So they actually took the GK car I'd come with and our car. And they went with me and my husband. We drove past Resurrection Gardens as you drive towards Kikuyu, and just before the flyover, I think there is a bypass. They drove on the left into a dusty road, drove quite a distance in, and stopped at a place they were calling the railway line, and I could actually see a railway line. They removed everything they had stolen from our car and put in the bush, and they told us to wait until their vehicle came. So I could hear them saying Nissan, could hear them talk about Kayole, and they were like, why are you taking so long to come? This place is not safe, the police could come. But they would still converse and say, if the police come, the first thing we are going to do is to use you as a shield. Or if they become silly, we are going to make sure we shoot you so that, they can withdraw. I said, there's no necessary. Remember, we are here, you and I. So if anything happens, the 2 of us will go. So we really don't have to exchange fire. But when they left, they told my family members that if you ever call the police before we release these guys and they're back home, we'll kill them. So you can imagine the predicament of the children. We go and report, the police start following, and there'll be exchange of fire, or we go and report and they shoot our parents. But apparently my children went and reported at Hadi. So I think in an effort to try and trace us, they called my phone. I could hear my phone ringing. They hadn't switched it off. And eventually they got irritated because our phones were ringing. So they took one of the phones and gave it to my husband. I said, you answer and tell them we have released you. So my husband said that, but they hadn't released us. So eventually their vehicle came. They carried the things they had removed from the car to the bush and carried it to their vehicle. And after they carried it to their vehicle, they drove off. Then they told us, you can now go. They told my husband, now drive the GK and you drive the CRV. So when I went to drive the car, there was no car key. So I asked them, but I don't have the car key. And they said, oh, the fools, these dogs have gone with it, referring to their colleagues. So they called the vehicle that I had left to come back. It came back. They gave me the car keys. And I told them, actually, I don't know where to go. That was about going to 2. I said, I don't know. They said, what's wrong with you? Use that route. You find yourself on the main road. I said, oh, thank you. But what about the other guy? I said, you go with your husband. You're following each other. I said, thank you. But of course, I sped off. He drove after me. We went to Karen police station and reported, and then went to Hadi. So that was it. When we came, I discovered that they had gone into my bag and removed all the other ATM cards and carried whatever else they could get, and they had gone. Yeah. But I want you to assure the whole country the report is safe. I know Tana report, everyone is like, now that we are the chair of this commission, did you have the report? No, the report is safe, the report is secure, and I think we'll give it time, give it out in due course. Just a bit of a setback because I should have been in the office today working on it. But we are fine. We want to thank God we are fine. We were not injured. I didn't initially disclose I was a judge when they asked me. But in the ordinary course of them running through my things, they came across my card and they were very enraged. But I told them, actually, they said, why did you cheat us when you said this and this? I said, actually, I didn't hear what you asked me. It's true, I am. So they made a bit of, comments here and there, that you are the people who kill others and all that. But eventually they didn't injure us. They didn't, yeah. They didn't injure us, and we are thanking God for that. I really want to thank God for that. Whatever else they took is recoverable.